So they'll really need to put their A game on right here for Base Pro. Effluent Pond Liners. So if you need anything like Effluent Pond lining, get hold of Base Pro. Paddy Hayden, great operator, great person. His wife Jay, the nurse, sitting in alongside him. Oh, big hesitation there for Paddy. Just for that split second, you heard the power come right off. So really just trying to pick their way through it at the moment. Oh, big hesitation yet again. So have a look at how far Jay's hand is out over the dashboard. So Jay and Paddy Hayden. Paddy behind the wheel there. Good run for the Schizo machine, a 55.370. 55.370. They finally laid down a decent lap, so that'll give them confidence running into the final qualifying round after lunch for Base Pro. So Paddy and Jay now coming back into the sport. A couple of years of hiatus there, and they only competed in where was that joint? Waitra, and just had a bit of a brain fade there because, Wanaka, Waitra, Wangadui, lots of W's in this sport of jet spreading here in New Zealand, and I do get a little confused. And no, I'm not an anchor. So now it is No Limits with Matt Nunn and Josh Gowan, the boys from Palmy. And really, the way these guys have been approaching this season in their rookie year, just been great. They're really just getting a full head of steam. Oh, a bit of a hesitation. They were heading left, but they went right, so they are on the rotation proper. Big ease off coming into this left-hander. Not a bad way to go about it. This is looking very tidy indeed. No Limits Racing from Palmy. This is the LS category. Qualifying round number 4. Now just the sweeper to go, and across the line goes Matt Nan and Josh Gowan with a 58.915. They'll be happy with that run. It's all starting to come together for these teams. And great to see the Oxbow 4-seater jet sprint boat down here just in front of commentary, and wow, what a machine that is. So get down to Oxbow. You've got the 4 wheels down there, you've got axe, knife throwing, all sorts of good stuff down there. So while you are in Wanaka this weekend, look up Oxbow Adventures. They are awesome. Guaranteed a lot of fun down there. So get your family down there, jump into a 4-seater jet sprint boat, jump into the 4-wheel drive, some amazing stuff down there. We now go Liquid Addiction, Dylan Edhouse from Ofonga, Debbie Edhouse, his mother, also from Ofonga. The Liquid Addiction brought to you by Ofonga Motors, Waikato, Clutch and Brake Specialist, and McCurdy Trucks, the 17-year-old. He stands about 6'5", wrong way. His mother, it was his mum's fault. It was his mother's fault, I'm sure of it. Now they are back on the rotation proper. So joining me in commentary is Clayton Tisdall. And mate, when you and Mandy were racing and you went the wrong way, whose fault was it?
Mandy's.
It was always correct. That's exactly what we expect to hear. Always the navigator's fault, isn't it?
It is indeed, yep.
I think the one funny thing about you guys over the years is that you thought the top part of the track was the top part of the track, and Mandy thought the top part of the track was the bottom part of the track.
We had to learn to work as a team. It didn't work too well before we did that.
Very, very, very funny outcome that was. And, you guys haven't been back in the boat for a few years now.
We raced last time we had the round at Wanaka here.
Oh, right, okay, yes. Of course you did, yes, my apologies. But Dylan and Debbie Edhouse finally sorted that one out. That was the long way around. and a time there of 1:14 and some change. So John Very coming out now, the Link ECU machine. Engine Rebuilders Limited, Industrial Manufacturing Services, and Iscar Pacific. This is an LS3 Chevy, about 580 horsepower, these LS class boats. The man leading the charge at the moment, Leela Berta, doing the navigational duties. And while qualifying round number 3, saw him put down a reasonable time. So hopefully this confidence moving forward will acquit them very, very well indeed. And it's just fantastic to see the man who was navigating for so many years finally step into the driver's seat. Took him a couple of years to really get his head around, but really coming on very strong, and a certainty to take the LS Championship for PSP for the 23 season. And certainly not driving the wheels off it at the moment. They know that it's time to do that. So a very mature drive, surprisingly, from John Very. Because if you met the man, maturity, not one of his strong suits, but certainly we have a good laugh. There's no doubt about that. So John Very and Leela Berta now coming down to finish their qualifying for run, and finishing with a time of 60.903. So that puts them into P3. Paddy Hayden leading the charge at a 55.3. Matt Nan at a 58.6. John Very with a 60 seconds. Dylan Edhouse a wrong way. They took the long way around and a 1:14. We are now going to reset our clocks, go qualifying round number 4, Sprint Tech Group A. And it's going to be the Shovel in Extreme Racing. Brodie Maguire, the boys from Whakatane, the Painters.